I'm just sitting here thinking about how one of the reasons I broke up with my ex is because I didn't like that he was non-romantic and didn't plan no dates and shit. That shit was getting on my nerves. Like, nigga, you was lazy. But now after we broke up, I don't even want to go nowhere. I'm finna call him and ask him we get back together because it's cold outside and I'm tired of paying these bills for us.
Nah, stay over there. Stay right over there. Shoot, we got to get up and go to work anyway. Got to pay them bills. And speaking of bills, that truth came out right in the end. Talking about you don't go out anyway. Stop playing with me. Y'all so immature, so whimsical and capricious. Y'all want relationships out of convenience. That's all y'all want. And what's funny to me is y'all will break stuff up. Y'all just tear it all apart and be talking about, we got different views. You think this way and I think that way. Nah, it ain't about views. It's about will. And like I heard somebody say the other day, some of y'all just don't have the will to grow up to these men. And a lot of these brothers y'all getting in the company of, and they're realizing that they really are men. And if I be with this man, this particular man, I gotta grow up and I want to be outside.
Times men date us and they're actually disappointed.
Well, see, that's the problem right there. Dating y'all. Ain't no way that this big age, as y'all like to say, am I gonna be dating any of y'all? And the first thing people want to say was, what do you do? How you gonna know somebody? How you gonna meet them? Dating is not a biblical word, therefore we won't use that word. We won't do that here.
When you're wondering like, oh, well, why did he pursue me? Why did he want to be with me? And then now all of a sudden he pull it back and he want me to chase him. He got to fucking know you and he's disappointed. Let me tell you this.
Nah, wrong word. We wouldn't be disappointed because we don't have high expectations anyway. High expectations in a delusional world would be like casting Danny DeVito for Superman. Why would we do that? See, real men know how to properly cast women just like a director would know how to cast a superhero versus a villain. And in no world ever would Danny DeVito be Superman.
It's my shit, so I can say I done disappointed a couple niggas. I know that there are men out here that was just like admire me from afar, and it was like, surprise, I'm a hoe. Like, surprise, look.
Nope, again, trust me, you did not disappoint. But you did reveal who you really are. And by revealing who you really are, we can get past the interview stage. We can get past the representative. We can get past you indulging and being over the top when it comes down to what you've put on your resume. When what your real resume reveals is that not only have you probably had several experiences where men competed for your attention and your body and your womb, that I don't play about my womb, but every nigga been inside of you. You've also probably had females competing for the same coochie, competing for the same attention. And why in the world would a dude come in the door trying to date that, especially if you don't want to change? You won't grow up. You're still trying to do the same freaking things.
I fucked you in a week. Like, I know that I disappointed you. Like, I think that men, they see you from afar and they're like, wow, she's out here doing her thing. She's a boss, whatever. And then they get you and they see you off that Casamigos. You drunk as a fucking fish. Your diet don't consist of nothing. You listen to trap music every time you wake up. You have no morning routine. You have no core values. And they date you and they're like, damn, like, I thought it was something else.
Your self-awareness and your transparency is very much so appreciated, young woman. Because what should happen when most women come in contact with a real man is sort of like the exchange that happened between the woman in the well, at the well and Christ. She was so impressed, she could not deny one thing by the time he spoke. Even though in the beginning she tried to come to him with that weird energy, with that rude energy, with that prejudiced energy, no smile, the typical female looking at you crazy like some of y'all do to these brothers today. Because y'all want Pookie and Ray Ray, but by the time somebody really about something come in y'all contact, y'all trying to treat him even worse. Then by the time you realize who he was, like how the woman at the well realized who Jesus was, she was so appreciative that she really met a man, she ran to tell others. Y'all just keep being disrespectful, and on top of it, you won't change and come out of your wicked life. So a lot of y'all like to just cut things off abruptly with dudes. Even if you gave them your body, guess that's another body added to the number. But you're too goofy to think about that and even go back and fix like, dude, what am I doing? Y'all don't never fix nothing. Y'all don't never go back. I guess that pride and that ego is just too strong. Y'all never go back and do what y'all supposed to do. So you play this game where we got different views. That's the easy way out now. We got different views because you know that it should be a change. And if he's really a man in any situation, should have started with your father, but in any situation where there's a man, you're supposed to be following him. His look should be enough to force you to change. The woman at the well instantaneously changed. Y'all don't. That's why a lot of y'all programmed to be single, and you're going to stay that way. You're not a wife.
Goodbye, Grace.
I'm up out of here. I ain't going to play with her. I'm out, baby. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell.